Hello there, and thank you to everybody out in Google Plus land that joined me this week on my Hangout show, Cover of the Week. This week we learned a song by the tallest man on earth called The Wild Hunt. And I just am filming this just as a supplemental educational tool that I'll post and put on YouTube. And if you want to learn the song at home, you'll be able to slow me down and pause me and rewind me to learn the tune. So first thing you should know is the Wild Hunt is actually in an altered tuning. The strings are C, F, C, F, C, F. Okay, and also you could probably notice that there is there's a capo on the 5th fret. So it should sound like this. Great. And just to explain to you how I'm going to annotate every fret, I'm going to start counting the frets above the capo. So this happens, fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4. And also I'm going to call the strings by their original names, so E, A, D, G, B, E. I think it's going to be easier for me to explain it and for you to understand it that way. So without further ado, the song starts up here on the 5th fret, where your middle finger is on the 5th fret of the E string, your ring finger is on the 5th fret of the D string, and your pointer finger is on the 4th fret of the G string. Making that sound. Then we walk down a half step for everything except for the pointer finger. So your middle finger is on the 4th fret of the E string, and your ring finger is on the 4th fret of the D string. Walk down again to the 2nd fret. Same thing, middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the E string, ring finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string. We move on to the next chord, which is mostly a bar. I'm barring everything from the A string up to the E string, high E string, and the only exception is my pinky is on the 5th fret of the G string, making this sound, this chord. Then I slide up to this chord, which is basically the first chord, except you don't have your finger on the E string. Instead, your middle finger is on the 5th fret of the D string, and your pointer finger is on the 4th fret of the G string. Okay, down to this turnaround chord, which happens a lot in the song. Pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string. Okay, so up to there, the intro is this. Okay, then he does this cool walk down, which starts up here on the 7th fret. So ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string, pointer finger on the 5th fret of the G string. Okay, then we slide down to middle finger on the 5th fret of the D string, pointer finger on the 4th fret of the G string. Down again, you slide your pointer finger down to the 2nd fret of the G string, and your ring finger's on the 4th fret of the D string. Now your pointer finger, put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then we end on this chord, which is your middle fingers on the 2nd fret of the E chord of the 2nd fret of the E string, and your middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string. So the walk down is back to the bar chord, up to this first chord, to the turnaround chord. So the whole intro is we go to the verse. And verse is quite simple in comparison, and so is the chorus, really. Starts at, I'm going to call this the first chord because it keeps happening here, where your middle finger is on the 5th fret of the D string, pointer finger is on the 4th fret of the G. Then we walk down, pointer finger goes to the 4th fret of the D string, and then slides down to the 2nd fret of the D string, and you put your pinky on the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, back to the first chord. Walks down again. This time to the turnaround chord. So pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the A, ring finger on the 4th fret of the D. Back to the first chord. Walk down again. This time back to the pinky on the 5th of the A string. And then first chord, turnaround chord, first chord. Okay? So it looks like this. And the chorus starts on that same first chord. And then there's this cool walk down, which I palm mute, striking the E string open, and walk down on the A string, 5th fret A string, pinky, 4th fret ring finger A string, then down to the 2nd fret pointer finger A string. Back to that first chord. Okay? So. And he does these pull-offs. So, you know, hammer-ons and pulls off. Next chord is back to this chord, which is middle finger on the 2nd fret of the E and the ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D. To the turnaround chord. Right? Here to the bar chord, first chord, turnaround chord, back to the first chord. Okay? So the chorus looks like this. And that's basically it. It goes verse, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. The only thing that sort of differs is he brings back that walk down after the second chorus. After each chorus, he sort of goes back to the opening chords, and he does that walk down a couple more times. But I'll play it for you so you can get sort of the whole picture. Here it is. There is a crow moon coming in, will you keep looking out? It's just the hollow month of March now creeping in. Let's watch phenomenons that rise out of the darkness now. 'Cause in the light, she is my storming heroine. And old machines abandoned by the ancient races, and I hear them humming down below and hollowing. Oh hell, I guess I don't know why I will go under too. But just for now, I let the spring and storm return. I left my heart to the wild hunter coming. I live until the call, and I plan to be forgotten when I'm gone. Yes, I'll be leaving in the fall. Oh. Yes, I will sleep out in the glade just by a giant tree, just to be closer when my spirit's pulled away. I left a nervous little boy out on the trail today. He's just a mortal to the shouting cavalcade. I left my heart to the wild hunter coming. I live until the call, and I plan to be forgotten when I'm gone. Yes, I'll be leaving in the fall. Satan departed now, and we'll be even when the blues fall down like hell. Oh, and I don't even know more about today or now, if he's a black one or a white one on the trail. I left my heart to the wild hunter coming. I live until the call, and I plan to be forgotten when I'm gone, 'cause I'll be leaving in the fall. Yes, I'll be leaving in the fall. Thank you very much. Come check out Cover of the Week, Monday evenings at 8:30 on Google+. I'm Matthew Carano.